I'm Kelly Mitchell, and this is Women on Wine TV. We're a weekly online show celebrating wine and living your best life. We highlight and sip luscious wines while discussing lifestyle, travel, nibbles, and wine, of course. Our mission is to inspire you to design affordable, lavish experiences in business and life. And the show is filmed from our Washington and California wine country studios on location across the globe and peppered with fabulous tastemakers from all walks of life to spice up the conversation. Joining me is my partner in wine, Debra Trapin. Welcome to the show, Debra.
Thank you, darling. I love like kind of just acting out, almost like charades over here while you're talking. I'm like, ooh la la, travel all over the globe.
Aujourd'hui, darling.
What do you have for me today? What kind of good quote do you have for me today? I'm so excited to be entertained.
I love this one. Okay. Oh, that was the last one. Here we go. In water, one sees one's own face, but in wine beholds the heart of another. And of course, that's a French proverb.
Of course.
So love that.
Love it.
Our topic today is Pinot Noir and Nibbles, otherwise known as Noir and Nibbles. And the word for the show is Pinot. If you hear the word Pinot, that means take a sip of whatever's in your glass.
You are naughty. Really?
I know, like that's 4 Pinots right now. I'll see one Pinot and you can have the other 3.
I love it. So what, do you want to go first or shall I share my Pinot first?
Well, Pinot Noir spells romance in the best sense of the word. Whether Pinot Noir is your all-around year drink, that's kind of mine, or your favorite light red, we're thrilled to help you pair it with light bites and nibbles that will give you the most enjoyment for your palate. It's about getting the most out of one of the most versatile wines on the planet and also one of the most difficult grapes to grow and making the bottle of jammy fabulous juice deliver the best for you. So, Debra, take it away. What is in your glass, my darling?
So what is in my glass is actually a MacMurray. I don't know if you've tried MacMurray yet. This is actually, so being a Washington wine gal, we don't have very much Pinot here. And so I decided to try this. This is a California Pinot, Central Coast. Now, MacMurray also makes a Russian River, which I know you love the Russian River Pinots. But what I love about this is that it has elements of cherry, which of course I love, and pomegranate, which I love, but it finishes richer. So usually the problem I have with Pinots and why I'm not a huge Pinot lover, is that they usually tend to stop pretty quickly. The finish is super fast. And most of the time it's because I'm not drinking $100 bottles of Pinot. So what I love about them, I know. I'm learning to, I'm pushing some of my Syrah budget over into the Pinot Noir space.
Yay!
So, I know, you're so excited. So what I love about it is it finishes with vanilla and oak. And those are 2 of my favorite elements in wine. And so they're fantastic. Again, MacMurray. So you can find them online at MacMurrayVineyards.com, or they're actually MacMurray Ranch, at MacMurray Ranch on Twitter. They're not super social there, but you can definitely find them online. Delicious. But by the way, let it breathe first. Before you give it mouth to mouth, let it breathe.
I love it. Okay, in my glass, whoops, that's not the one in my glass. In my glass over here is, can you see this? This is the Hahn Winery, Nikki Hahn 2013 Pinot Noir. You can find these guys at hahnwinery.com and at Hahn Wines on Twitter. It's a really nicely crafted Pinot Noir with plum and cola on the nose. Ooh. And it's got kind of, you would like this because it's got black cherry and oak with a mildly tannic finish. And I know you like your tannic finishes more than I do, but this one wasn't overly bearing. So it was a nice little finish. I would probably pair this one with a blackened ahi salad because I think it can take something a little bit more substantive. Did I say that right? Substantial, that too. And yeah, and that's fabulous Pinot.
I
Now,
love it.
can you see this amazing glass I have?
Oh my gosh, I think I have one just like
How
it.
did you get that all the way over there?
We
Oh my
look at
goodness,
this
these are
lovely,
so
we were gifted
beautiful.
these. So yes, disclaimer, these were sent to us by the lovely Juliana. This
They
is,
were.
yes, they were. This is the Marilyn. And I love Marilyn Monroe. And of course, that's who I think of when I hear the name Marilyn. This is the most beautiful diva, blinged out crystal glass that has ever touched my lips. I am so in love with these. I cannot wait to order more.
I absolutely love them as well. And these are clear crystals. All of the cuts on these glasses are hand cut. So this is craftsmanship. They're made in Slovakia in Europe. You can follow Juliana and learn more about her at Juliana_glass. Her website is glasswithcrystals.com. We're uber thankful for the two glasses she sent. So this first one again is the Marilyn, and the second one is the Galaxy, and you can see why it's the Galaxy.
And as a wine geek and sci-fi geek, you know I love this glass too. It's like, come on. I think she had me in mind when she was designing these glasses, and so I'm so excited to meet her someday and cheers with these glasses. So thank you very much, and they're delicious.
She's not that far away, and this again is another women entrepreneur with a startup, Juliana Hoferica, Hoferica, out of Oakville, Ontario. So she's close. Yes. Okay, so we're on to Nibbles for Noir. Yes. I love that. I love this topic. So tell me, Debra, because you are all about the nibbles. Tell me a little bit about what makes you so excited about nibbles and noir.
So Pinot Noir is more of a Bordeaux style wine. And so I tend to need the food in order to enjoy the wine, right? And so I'm very passionate about finding the right nibbles. And so my first recipe, if you will, or suggestion is I have this delicious arugula apricot walnut salad that is so delicious. And if you want to take it to an 11, you can actually add a little Pinot Noir to your vinaigrette. And it is so divine. It's nice, it's light. And usually those flavors, kind of the pepperiness of the arugula and the sweet kind of tartness of the apricot just beautifully go with almost any Pinot Noir I've ever met. So that's my first suggestion.
Awesome. Well, my first suggestion is 'tis the season for figs, in particular in California, right?
Yes.
So I love this really simple recipe for figs and goat cheese because it goes really well with Pinot Noir and it's easy to make. You can use at Costco, love Costco because big volume, perfect for parties. You can get naan, the Indian bread naan, and you're going to spread the goat cheese on top. But what you're going to also do is caramelize 2 onions. I'm going to put the full recipe in the blog so I don't have to go through every line item with you, but you saute it until it's soft and golden. And then you make a balsamic vinegar reduction. So balsamic, a little red wine, not dry wine, a little on the, smoother, jammier side, and then honey. And you've got a drizzle that will blow your socks off. You warm up the figs and it is just oozing with fabulous goodness.
I love it. It sounds like the figlets that they have at a local restaurant here, which are basically figs stuffed with goat cheese, wrapped in bacon with balsamic vinaigrette reduction over the top. They're ridiculous. So instead of going down the naughty route, I'm going to bring it back over to kind of the healthier side and being in the Pac Northwest, drinking Pinot, a beautifully plank grilled salmon is meant for Pinot Noir. And when I first tried this, I was a little skeptical because of course I was raised with, white wine goes with fish. And so the first time I tried it, I was like, no way. Oh my Lord. It is
It's
so
perfect.
delicious. It's so perfect. And so, you can do your salmon plain, or I love a nice like citrus honey glaze over the top, just right at the end to give it a little bit of crisp at the top. But Pinot is perfect with salmon. Pinot.
And it's, guys, for cheeses with your Pinot Noir, like save them for last and definitely do not go the strong route. Your Bries or Camemberts will be much better matches for the Pinot than your blue cheeses or things that have an off-putting scent. That's the best way I can describe it.
So funny.
So buckwheat blinis with salmon and creme fraiche. Also wild mushroom bruschetta would be perfect with a glass like this.
Oh, I love it. So my kind of alternative, if you don't want to drink the Pinot, is I have a delicious recipe that we're going to share in the blog post for Pinot Noir raspberry sorbet. So especially when it's, you've had a really big meal, whether it's hot or cold outside, sometimes you just can't bear to have a big dessert. Divine, just super rich. And the beautiful side of Pinot, in my opinion, isn't just the taste, it's the color. The color of Pinot it's the quintessential ruby purple royalty of the wine colors.
None of that sissy mauve stuff for us.
No, darling, no mauve or pink in this episode.
Fantastic. Now, I have one wine I wanted to share. This is a Castle Rock 2012 Mendocino County Pinot Noir, and I would call this my go-to for table wine. So if I'm just having a light meal and I'm thirsty, I'm going to drink the Castle Rock Winery 2012 Pinot Noir. It's not what I would call a sophisticated wine, but it's very easy drinking, and it goes really well with very light nibbles.
With what?
Light nibbles. Light nibbles.
I can't even repeat what I thought it is that you said. Okay, so my last minute share, of course, this is a Washington winery. It's called Savage Grace. And I love everything about this winery, this wine tasting room. It's just clean and fresh and divine. And they actually have a Pinot. And so you can find them at savagegracewines.com or at Savage Grace Wine on Twitter. It is... What I love about it is orange peel. It's got a little bit of citrus in it, which I really, really appreciate. And it has a little bit of a spicier feel to it. It's got a little anise in it. So it is great if you just want to have a glass of wine by the fire. It might even do well with a little s'more. Like it has a little bit of oomph where you could actually have it with maybe a little bit of a s'more. So that's a really fun one. And like I said, very few Washington Pinots. So give that a whirl.
And we've got 30 seconds left before we need to get into your wrap. CastleRockWinery.com, violet and rose petals, layers of strawberry and raspberry. And take it away, Deb, for the wrap.
Woo! Okay, that was so much fun. Noir Nibbles, thank you so much for joining us today on Women on Wine TV. As always, please join the conversation and share with us, what's your favorite Pinot Noir? What do you love to nibble while you're sipping your Pinots? And share that in the stream using our hashtag #WomenOnWine. Of course, you can connect with us on any of the major social channels at Women on Wine TV. We are always watching and always in the conversation, so feel free to jump in, whether it's on Wednesdays or Saturdays or Tuesdays. We are here and we love to talk about wine with you. So again, thanks so much for joining us. As always, we wish you a fabulous week filled with lots of sips of divine wine, hopefully in these beautiful Maryland glasses. Woo!
Absolutely.
All right.
Santé, darlings.
Santé. Salud. Cheers. Bisous.
Bisous.
Smooch.
Smooch.